Alright. Well, we're going live. We're going to go live here, guys. Alright. We're here in Olathe, Kansas. My name's Abby. What's your name?
Shane Nelson.
Shane Nelson. I've never been so fun. Dean Young. And we are having a keto jingle mixer. Are you enjoying it? Woohoo!
Yes.
Good food. What's your favorite food so far?
Snickerdoodle cookies.
Keto snickerdoodle cookies.
This water with ice and all the food is great. It's all keto and it's very healthy.
Awesome. And Janine brought homemade meatballs. How did you make those?
The meatballs have elk, ground elk, pork, and pork sausage and beef. I added goat cheese and Parmesan, a little egg to help keep them together, and threw them in the oven, and they're awesome. Little garlic, little onion.
They're so amazing. And I've had the flu for 4 days, and Janine brought me the greatest soup on earth. Oh, here, this week. Let's show them. I'm going to show them the food. So good. Literally the best meatballs I ever had. I'll keep showing you all the foods we have here. Of course, every good keto party has a cheese and salami tray. Artichoke dip. I don't understand why people think high-fat, low-carb is hard to do. It's absolutely delicious.
At a fishing tournament.
You eat all the elements.
Veterans Day.
Pork rinds.
Drink at Veterans Day.
Nuts.
And then I was,
right here, we got our punch maker. Yay! Old school. We got, what we did was we took the old school Keto OS, Orange Dream, and we put in a bunch of lemon LaCroix. So let's go take a look. Oh, before we meet more of our guests, I'm sure you're dying to see the dessert bar, right? That's the important part. All right. Here's the fat bombs. 2 different kinds. That's Dr. Heather Cardin's recipe. We miss you, Dr. Heather. A big shout out to Shara Epps, my mom. She helped me pull all this together. We've got some energy bites. Those are a little more paleo than keto. They've got some raw honey in them. We've got some no-bake cookies, and those are actually made with our Max Swiss Cacao ketones. And these are Dr. Heather's Snickerdoodle Keto cookies. And then over here, it's just a throwback night. Because we've got old school keto cream. It doesn't have
that. Oh,
I know, it's old school.
I may take all of this.
That's why I'm giving it away. The new one,
cinnamon in it.
yeah, the new one has cinnamon, collagen, peptides, things like that. Coffee station. Let's hear from our guests and where they came from. Hey, you're live. What brought you here tonight?
What brought me here tonight?
Yes.
Conversation. Like, who does not love ketones? I've already drank some midnight. If you guys have not tried midnight, you've got to try midnight.
And we're celebrating the journey. Selena, you started, this is mostly promoters here tonight. We have a few guests, but you started this side little business, this little MLM community pyramid thing. One of those pyramid things a little over 2 years ago.
Yes.
And how has that impacted your life? How'd this pyramid scheme work out for you?
Are you trying to make me cry already? It makes me emotional to even think about. So this little pyramid scheme has literally transformed every aspect of my life. Like, to be able to wake up every single day and genuinely smile is just the biggest blessing. I didn't even read that benefit on the side of that box, And that happiness is what I seek now to find and help others achieve. And, I was able to walk away from a job that literally was just sucking the life out of me. It wasn't letting me be that happy person that I knew I had inside, that I was destined, to become. And 2 years later, I'm living the life with my family. I have family time. I get to, seriously, just wake up happy from sun up to sundown. This girl's happy and enjoying life.
What'd you do this summer that was on your vision board?
We went and spent 2 weeks at the beach. So that was something 8 years ago that we said, hey, listen, 10-year plan, we want to have a beach house. And that now is going to become a reality. So we got to test run that, spend 2 weeks together as a family at the beach. And I got to work, what better place to work from than right there at the beach.
Awesome. I love it. I love this girl's story. We've got more stories, though. I'll introduce you. All right. Hey. Oh. Look who that is. B. James, Facebook Live.
Oh, are you? So I should share you on Facebook Live.
What? All right. I just interviewed, let's go by the Christmas tree. Here, this is a good one.
Share your Facebook Live. Selena's face frozen.
Oh, that's a good one. I get the best frozen faces. So we were just discussing with Selena this little side business gig, pyramid scheme, MLM, and the impact it's had on her life as we celebrate business tonight.
Right?
What about yours?
What about my what?
How has this conversation of biohacking impacted your life in the last three years? He invited me to preview the technology. It's changed my life in a pretty big way.
Oh, if I could only tell you, you see Abigail is this polished and she's so confident about the ketone conversation. If I could only just have you with us for the first couple months of the evolution of all this, because very transparently, like most things in your life, it was the unknown, right? It was the fear of the unknown because we didn't know. I mean, we said biohacking and people looked at us like we were crazy. Nobody knew what that meant. And for her to trust me enough to jump on a plane and fly to Newport Beach, California to preview a technology that would later, within a period of 24 months, go out to over 100 million servings, 100 million impact made, not only from the technology, not from the health technology and the biohacking, the human aspect in terms of health and I don't even call it nutrition, but biohacking is its own separate space. But then what transitioned is people taking the impact that was made on their life from an emotional standpoint, from a physical, from a spiritual, from a psychological, because of what ketones and ketone technology does in the body. That then quickly started to turn into, if any of you follow guys like Gary Vaynerchuk, he's like, why don't we do more of what we want to do and less of what we think we're forced to do or we're kind of being pigeonholed to do? And that's what's so cool about this, is that we got passionate about this conversation. It was such a fun conversation to have out in the marketplace. And not only was it fun, but it really made an impact. It wasn't hype. It wasn't this BS that most people are trying to sell you. And what's great is when you lead with education, it's real education. As I was told all the time, knowledge is power, and I truly believe that. Because if you're gaining education and you're gaining an awareness around something, it empowers you. And in this case, it empowers people to dive in head first with ketone technology. They have a great experience. And at that point, they have a chance to do a couple things. They can either continue selfishly working on their own experience, or they kind of, in the process, like most people, if they have something impacts somebody's life, it almost comes natural for you to just share that experience, right? It's very organic for you to just naturally share it. And we call that, in this instance, turning your passion into profit. And that's what we've done. I mean, how cool is it to be able to take something you're passionate about that's truly impacting your life, something that's really, truly making you better, a better version of yourself. And that's what it stands for, to be able to turn around and to be able to help other people. Because, I heard this a long time ago, if you help enough people get what they want, you automatically get what you want in return. And I know every time in my life, and Abigail could probably relate to this, but every time I've tried to selfishly get what Brian wants, I have failed miserably. Or I seem like every time I go 10 steps forward, I go 10 steps back, and I find myself in the same damn place. It's the holiday season, and I could be, feet up and back doing what what most of the world's doing in this period of time. And they kind of take off. Christmas is one day, yet people, it's like your birthday month, right? They turn it into the entire month, like Abigail does. But what's cool is that I love what I do. I love helping people. I love helping see people have breakthrough in their life. It's more than a dollar bill, right? You know, the best investment you can make is into people. And when you could see people really turn their life around and really impact their life in a positive manner, it's one of the most addictive things you'll ever do. So I feel like I'm a talking face right now, but this is what I'm excited about. This is the root conversation of ketone technology and biohacking takes people down this path that they weren't expecting to go down. But here's what I love about it. It wasn't forced. It wasn't manipulated. It's 1,000% organic. It's authentic. It's natural. It's real. And that's what's exciting. So we're here in Kansas City, and Abigail has been such an incredible impact. I mean, look back here. Look at all this hype. You have got one of the top cosmetic dentists in America back here. You have fitness competitors, top-level fitness competitors. You have one of the guys back here is a top model for a company. Another one back here she was just published in the Golf Digest as the top 50 golf fitness trainers in the world. You have
the first women's ESPN truck puller from Kentucky.
Go on. She's incredible, right? Like, she's the first ever female to actually be a champion in that sport. Like, on ESPN, right? I mean, it's amazing. You have, my God, I don't know. There's a lot of other influential people, and then there's just people who's like, I don't know. You know, I was doing accounting or I was doing whatever, and now I tripped into, you know, what has turned into the opportunity of my life. So there's so much opportunity, and anyone out there, and I love it because what Abigail started the whole conversation with was, you know, individuals that if they're unfamiliar, and people are gonna, you know, you hear it out there, haters gonna hate, right? People hating on you. Collect your haters, because that means you're doing something right. That means you're making a real impact if you have haters. Here's what I'm gonna tell you, I don't believe it. At some point in my life, I've hated on stuff, and it was just my own ignorance mixed in with my own arrogance, and that's a deadly combination to being an idiot. And it's okay. I'm compassionate towards that because I came from that. And I believe that you should be too, right? Haters, you trust me, if you're willing to just continue to stay the course and not engage with that, you know, what we call it, delusional or disillusioned type of thought process and mindset, it'll turn around because you're going to be the model of what it is that they truly want in their life. And they're just avoiding it, right? They see you as what they want to be and what they want to have. And if you will just continue to stay that course, right, and not feed into, you know, that disillusioned mindset, I promise you, they will very quickly be the ones that turn around and follow you. They'll be the first ones that ask for forgiveness, and they'll be the biggest impact makers in your community and your life because they have a stronger story than everybody else. Why? Because they avoided for so long. I've got a lot of those, and it's humbling to see them come around full circle, and, you know, but we're all here by a thin thread. You know, I still keep to this day, and she doesn't know it, but I still keep to this day the individual that's holding this phone. I have a message that she sent to me probably 4 or 5 weeks before we actually launched this technology into the marketplace, and it was such a thin thread that she's still here today. But you know why? It's because I didn't give up on her. It's because I didn't chew her out or disempower her or throw negative her way or say, hey, I've done all of this for you up until this point. I didn't. I loved on her. I was patient, and I said, I love you no matter what you do. I'm here for you no matter what you do. And
I was a fitness professional. It's just another one of those things, you know, just another one of those things. So,
but it's turned into a pretty incredible thing. I'll tell you that much.
Pretty incredible thing. Let me think about the smarts here. I'm changing more lives than I've ever changed before. I'm getting more results with people's bodies, nutritions, maximizing their workouts than I ever got as a trainer or a nutritionist. And instead of referring people down the street and being a sponsored athlete and getting a little bit of free product and making 20% and having no idea the ripple effect I create, I'm now on my way to great things. And I'm seeing the ripple effect that I create.
And let's get insanely transparent with you real quick. Abigail and I have been at a point in our life where we've learned sales and we've learned the art of manipulation and trying to get, manipulate people to get what we want. And that, I'm not necessarily proud of that, but that's where I come from. I mean, I don't regret any of it because it's created a higher level of awareness in my life now to where I can connect with more people. I can help more people because of, of the way I used to think and overcoming that and understanding that now we don't do that anymore. I mean, there's nothing cooler than just getting a chance to authentically meet people where they're at and just be able to literally, whatever need they have, we do have a platform that's able to fulfill that. If you're somebody that's just seeking community, if you're somebody that's just seeking a better version of yourself in a physical sense, if you are looking for the financial aspect, but the key is we're not going to push you in a direction you don't want to go. We will commit to you as much as you want to commit to us. And what's awesome is we finally, in our lifetime, have a vehicle that has the ability that you don't have to move people around and put them in a position they don't want. You can literally meet them at their needs. And that's a really great feeling because I know I've never experienced that before. I've always had to adjust things or control things or manipulate things, and it's pure, it's real, it's fun. Like, holy shit, we're having fun. It's the coolest thing ever is when you can have fun with what you're. How many people, if you're part of this community and if you experience this community in some way, shape, or form and you're having fun, drop a 1 in the comments and a big smiley face to show us that you are having fun. Like, this is fun.
Who's having fun?
You put pure therapeutic ketones down your throat into your bloodstream, and that opens up just an absolute plethora of different options in your life.
Rabbit
what do you want to
hole.
do?
Yeah.
What do you want to do? Where do you want to go?
Yeah.
So, it's amazing.
Merry Christmas.
Look at all these. Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Lots of them. Awesome. Okay. Well, you saw the food. You saw the people. We've got people here from Atlanta, Kentucky, Colorado. Having a good old keto jingle. So
I got a photo somewhere.
I got a. Hi.
I just want to introduce myself again. I am Pete.
Hi.
I live right down the street. Like, I live at 183rd Ridgeview.
You do?
Yeah. So.
Keith, it's nice to meet you. See, you meet neighbors. You meet neighbors at parties. So, say y'all have a good night.
Y'all have a good night.
All right, peace out. We're gonna go get some more keto.